You know, I must say though that he had the same kind of demeanor when I talked to him earlier. Yeah. It may just be how he carries himself, right?
Well, so far Augusta's 2-1 tonight. We'll see how that goes here. He's already starting with the kicks.
Nice little combo.
Ooh, nice hook
by Jon. Is on
Watch your flashes, please.
Jon's got to be careful when he goes for that takedown, looking at leg. He can't drop his hands like that.
Yep. Guys, one thing about this right here, so we're fighting a southpaw and orthodox, right? So both these guys' rear kick is always open, right? So you might not see quite as many leg kicks. Nice little tie-up right here. Might not see quite as many leg kicks. Oh, we got the guillotine.
Oh, we're going for a ride, ladies and gentlemen. Over to his corner.
Good job by Jon.
He's landing in side control. He's got to push that knee through and get all the way to side control. Oh, he went right into the half guard.
Okay, Jon needs to throw his right. There we go. He popped out of the guillotine. Nice. So again, guys, we're in amateur MMA right here in Georgia, so he can't throw strikes on the ground. He can't throw strikes around, sorry, but he cannot throw them to the face.
Sam looks like he's trying to set up that triangle, but Jon's doing a great job of keeping the pressure. Now allowed him to get his leg out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Sam is a purple belt jiu-jitsu. He comes from a very, very, very good jiu-jitsu program over at Liberty Jiu-Jitsu.
Jon postured up. Oh, Sam rolling through for the knee bar.
Is it? So we can do straight ankles here. But can you imagine how hard a straight ankle is with a shin guard on?
Yeah.
If he grabs it, though, he could definitely get it.
He's got to be careful, though. When you do that, you're exposing your back.
And actually, so when I was talking to Jon earlier, too, he said that, he doesn't do a lot of jiu-jitsu. He does a lot of wrestling. But here we are. He has a straight ankle right here. Maybe he can finish with the shin guards on. What Jon could do right
Sam's
here is
exposing his back. He uses it to sweep. Very nice by Sam. He did a great job. He has to be careful that he did get off his back, but he did a great job of turning that into a sweep and utilizing that position.
Yep. One thing you notice about these guys' guards, right? So Jon established a takedown. Jon picked him up, walked across the cage with him. So he has wrestling, but if you notice the difference in their guards, right? Jon's guard isn't quite as active as Sam's. As soon as Sam hit the ground, he started throwing up submissions. As I say that,
triangle. Again, you got to set your triangles up because he didn't set it up, and Sam defended right away and went right to side control.
And he's reaching for a guillotine.
Nice, Jon's wrestling his way back up.
Oh, he's digging for an anaconda choke right here.
He's got it.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it locked in. Let's see if he can finish it.
He's got to roll with it. Jon's got to keep his base and not let him roll.
And he let it go to the back. Not a great transition to the back. He needs to sprawl hard.
Another takedown. Great job by Jon. Jon's wrestling's doing really good, but he's going to do something with it. He's got to stay on top. He's got to advance.
Yep, he's got a guillotine right here. Doesn't have quite the right angle to finish it. Oh, it might be tight. He's got him up against the cage.
No, he's out. That cage was blocking him. He couldn't get the leverage he needed.
Yep.
Right now is where Jon would like to posture up, start hitting the face, but he can't.
Yeah,
he can only go to the body.
That is one thing about amateur rules in Georgia.
There we go. He's throwing a couple shots now to the body.
Here we go. Jon's going to end around on top, and Jon established 2 takedowns in this round. He might have got swept one time, but he landed a few strikes towards the end of the round. And he ended the round on top. So I want to say that's probably a win for Jon in this round. Not only that, judges in the crowd love to see someone get skied, right?
Yeah.
What I mean by skied is when you pick someone up and pick them way up in the air. And let's be real, Jon set Sam down very, very, very nicely.
Yeah, he was nice about it.
He could have been a complete asshole about it, but he was not. He set him down pretty nicely right in front of his quarter. And both these guys are breathing very, very, very well, right? Yeah. They didn't expend a lot of energy. Both these guys understand their cardio on the ground. And cardio on the ground is completely different.
Well, you have a wrestler and you have a jiu-jitsu purple belt. So they put in their grappling rounds.
Yep. And guys, striking cardio is completely different than grappling cardio. Grappling cardio, you're carrying the other person's weight the whole entire time, whereas striking, you're using a lot of fast twitch muscles back and forth. Both of them are completely exhausting, both completely different kinds of cardio.
So what would you like to see this round out of these guys?
I would like to see these guys stand a little bit, right? It's really hard to judge fights in Georgia, amateur fights when they're on the ground, right? Because you can't throw strikes. And that's a huge difference on the ground when you're fighting MMA, right?
I would like to see when Jon's on top, utilize the position, get a little bit more dominant, and if he's on his back, be more aggressive.
Yep.
And I'd like to see Sam take it back. Ooh, there we go. That's what I like to see from Sam.
Yeah. Took the words right out of your mouth.
Yeah. He utilized that leg kick. It makes it hard for Jon
nice shot to the body.
It'll make him think twice about shooting. Nice shot. He's going underneath again.
Got an arm in guillotine right here.
Sam's going to tuck that elbow. Good job.
Yep.
He's going to come on top. Sam's got to roll.
Yep.
He's got to get those hips out, get that elbow in, and crank on that neck.
Yep, Jon is passing the right direction, though.
Oh, he's lost it already.
And he's got a Kimura. He's grabbed a Kimura. Oh, he's got a Kimura. Let's see if he can finish it.
What does he need to do to finish it here?
So he needs to get his hips out. He needs to start working his hips out and really get his hand away from his body, right? I can't quite see with the cage.
It's out. It's out.
Yep.
Jon's got to keep that control now. Jon looks like he wants to sit in the guard. He's okay with that. He's kind of settling. He needs to posture up, get that head out of there, and start landing some shots and looking to pass.
Yeah. So he keeps grabbing this guillotine. And all he's really doing with the guillotine, he's not going to finish it from this position.
Yeah, he's already lost it already.
Yeah, but he can use it to sweep. If he grabs it, I'd like to see him use it to sweep, right?
Yeah.
He's controlling his wrist. He's trying to set up a triangle right now.
Jon's doing a great job of controlling that leg.
A little bit of rubber guard right here.
Jon's doing good. He seems content to kind of hang out half guard, full guard. He's starting to look a little bit tired. He needs to progress. He needs to pass, get to that mount, and get that control position.
Yeah. Yep. I will say, you know, like one thing about Amateur Rules of Georgia, if you're on top of the guy, you're winning, right? Because you can't throw strikes.
Again, Sam's hunting for that guillotine. It's just not there. I understand he looks like he's scoring from the bottom, but now he's got to start utilizing for the sweep because it doesn't look like he's going to finish it. He's got to use that guillotine to sweep. He's done it already to better his position. Went from half guard to butterfly guard, sitting up, going for that sweep, but they're so sweaty right now. It's really hard to use that to sweep.
Yep. And Sam, he was digging for that Kimura here a second ago. I would like to see him try to get back up, right? I think getting it's a nice elbow to the body. Looked like. I'm not sure if it was an elbow, but
it was a nice
he
shot
might have.
It was a punch.
Yeah.
Both the guys are really starting to get tired. One, you got Jon on top of you. He's taking you down twice. Wrestling is not fun.
Sam's got a Kimura, and Sam's gonna roll him. Oh, Sam's gonna finish this right here. Nope, but he ends up on top. He's still got the Kimura right here.
Just like you were calling for, Trent, use that Kimura for the sweep, and he utilized it. That was very nice.
Yep. Kimura is a gateway to the back and a gateway to sweep, right? Ah, man. Yep.
Jon's got to come up, grab that leg, and wrestle up. He's got to watch his neck, though.
Yep. I would love to see, yes, that's what I was about to say. I'd love to see Sam throw some knees, right? I'd love to see him go around to the back, too. But Jon wrestles back up, right? He's going to sky him again, right? This is what the crowd likes to see.
Sam does a great job getting on top, but with Jon's wrestling, Jon does a great job of wrestling up, getting the takedown again, and then getting back on top.
Yep.
But they are both expending, and there's a massive amount of energy doing all this wrestling.
And one thing about being a jiu-jitsu guys, a lot of times these guys, they get hung up on sitting on the bottom, right? And, you know, even though like in jiu-jitsu matches, certain positions on the bottom, you might be winning, but MMA fight, they judge from the top, right? You know, that was a pretty back and forth round on the bottom, but again, a lot of the round was spent with Sam on the bottom. One thing I would like to see out of Sam, though, and one thing I think he could do is that he's gotten that front headlock position quite a few times. When you get in that front headlock position, you can always get to the back. Now, you have to get to the back in a smart manner. If not, a guy like Jon's going to pick you up in the air like he has the past couple of times and put you back on your back, right? So what Sam could do is he needs to swim whichever way he's going to pass. He's to swim his outside arm across the back of the shoulder and block that hand, because when he's not blocking that hand, Jon is just picking Sam up in the air and skying him in front of the crowd and picking up points from the judges, right? Whereas if you see one of these guys get to the back, I feel like either one of these guys could end the fight from there, but you've got to get there in a smart manner or you're going to get picked up in the air.
I couldn't agree more. I'd like to see Sam try to keep on the feet this round. He's doing a great job of working from the bottom, but Jon's doing a great job, even if he does get swept, coming right back. Because Jon wrestles up, carries that double leg, skies him, and then it's all over again. So I would like to see Sam keep it standing. Both guys are tired. Wrestling for 3 straight rounds takes a lot of energy.
Yep, it sure does.
Ooh,
oh, nice
overhand
right.
Ooh, nice head kick, just missed by Sam.
These guys might leave it standing in the third round.
Sam's throwing heat with those kicks, but he's got to be careful because it makes it easier for Jon to get the takedown. Jon catches him with his kick. That's it.
Nice
There we
hook.
go.
Oh. Sam's got him against cage. Sam has an underhook. Now we have it over and under.
Jon's fighting to get off the cage, though. You can see he's tired, though, man.
Yeah,
Take wrestling up for 3 rounds, it's a lot of energy. He's got his underhooks, though. He's sitting down, but he's wearing him down. Slowly dragging him underneath.
Nice
Good
take
job.
down by Sam. Let's see if Sam can pass the half guard right here.
Honestly, I think Sam's got to finish for the win.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely got to finish for the win, right?
Jon controlled those first 2 rounds pretty well, so I'd like to see Sam get the finish here. That's what he's going to need if he wants to win. Jon's in a triangle.
Jon's in a triangle.
It's not completely locked. Sam's doing a good job of coming forward.
Here, Jon's going to use the cage to push and try to lock this triangle up right here, right?
He's got to get that arm across, though.
Yep.
He's got to get that arm across. There you go. Now unhook the leg.
He's looking like he's going to lock it in.
the shin guards
No
make it
shin
so you can tell
guard.
those shin guards are starting to make
Yep.
it hard for him to lock that in. Sam's doing a great job of pushing him up against the cage and using it to pop his head out. Now he's going to land right in side control. Jon's got to turn and start wrestling in like he's been doing this whole fight.
Again, I think that, like you said, Sam
There
needs
he
to
goes.
finish to win, right?
He's up to his
Here he
knees.
goes.
He's wrestling up.
He needs to take the back right here. I think he needs to take the back. Take the back.
He's giving too much space. Oh, he's got the guillotine.
He's got a guillotine.
It's not even, his hands aren't even locked.
He's about to get skied right here again.
Yeah. There we go again, and lands right into half guard.
And now
he's squeezing that guillotine. It's not there again.
Phenomenal job by Jon, though. Every time he grabs that guillotine, he just picks him up, throws him in the air.
Every time. I'm sorry, go ahead, sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, dude, you can tell how strong Jon is. He has picked him up in the air. Another human being that weighs the same thing he does. He has picked him up in the air 5 or 6 times tonight, right?
See, Jon's content to ride this out. He knows he's been on top. He knows he's kind of, I think he knows he's winning. He's trying to be smart with his shots. Man, when Sam, one thing he's got to do is every time Jon picks him up, Sam just goes straight to the guillotine. Doesn't look to defend. And the minute Jon grabs that single leg, Sam just goes for the guillotine. He's got to look to sprawl, get those hips down, push that head away, and defend the takedown instead of just going straight for the guillotine. Jon's doing a great job of controlling him on the ground, not letting him up. And you can see both guys are super tired at this point. And then you're going to see Jon in the round just landing all those body shots under control.
Yep, and notice one thing that Jon's following his hips so well. Every time he moves, he's following his hips just to keep him back on the ground. Now he's trying to step over the mount. He's going to Khabib his legs right here. Running at Khabib his legs, he's going to take, and he's going to wrap his legs around his and sit into mount, right? If there were strikes to the face, it might be a big problem right here. And we've got the last 10 seconds, and I have a feeling that
And again,
Jon's
you're going to see
end.
Jon on top of that. Ooh,
Hey,
nice shot to the body.
body.
Nice. Where's this energy been all the fight?
I know, right?
Where have these shots been all fight? All right, so for me, guys, Sam had a lot of heart. I loved his active guard, but you got to give that fight to Jon Grayson.
Yeah.
Jon controlled the fight the whole time. He kind of took it where it needed to go. Unfortunately, Sam put up a great fight, but I got to give that to Jon. What do you think, Trent?
Yep, I'll say I have to give that to Jon too, man. Even though as good as Sam looked at some points in the fight, you know, Jon did a really good job of not accepting the bottom position, right? Or even every time he got caught in a submission, he was literally just picking him up in the air and skying him and throwing him around. And I think that's also one, like, both these guys are phenomenal fighters and phenomenal grapplers. But yeah, I would have to say that Jon pulled this one off.
I couldn't agree more. Great fight. I love to see grappling. We're both grapplers ourselves. Love to see you fight on the ground. I would have liked to see him a little bit more active on the ground. I would like to see Jon try to pass a little bit more, try to attack some submissions. But he did a great job of controlling. And again, being the amateur fight, taking the headshots away does make it a little bit difficult as the body shot. You kind of have to go down a little bit for the body shot. The head, you can lean and put that pressure. For the body shot, you kind of have to go down a little bit. So you give up a little bit of position. And maybe that's why he was hesitant. But again, great wrestling by Jon. I would like to see him a little bit more aggressive on top. Sam did great. You know, he tried. He was active on the bottom, but Jon's wrestling
Our
overall
judges and
was
officials
the
going
decision
through the
factor.
numbers. Another round of applause for these two guys. Gave us 3 good rounds. So we got a fight that goes the distance, one at 37 seconds, another the distance. Who knows what the next one's going to be? When we get this one out of the cage, we'll find out. Got any old white guy music over there, Maestro? He's going to play some before the night's over. He doesn't like it, but, you know. I'm an old white guy, all right? I'm a child of the 60s and all of that it means.
Scorecards are in.
Here we go, guys.
All right, our 3 cage side judges saw the fight like this. 29-28, 28-29, 29-28. In a split decision, your winner, the blue corner, Jon Grayson.
Very surprised by the split decision, but that's how I had the fight. I had the fight scored to Jon.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of one of those things whenever you're having an amateur fight in Georgia, that under 3 fights, it's kind of hard to judge it because you judge it on, like, attacking submissions, you know, which Sam did, or you judge it on top control and takedown like Jon did.
So far.